And back we are. Timestamps exist in case you just want to skip forward. This is right after the second boss. I'm going crazy. But we do want to help Ulupika if possible. I mean, even though we've already completed her, we can't really eat any other... Well, actually, we should probably help Tori instead. I keep saying Tori. I believe her name would be Tori. Because of the harpy motif. And while harpies... Some people might think harpies aren't exactly birds. Well, hey. Also, we just paid off all of our loans, so it would be nice to do a thing. 50% more, and we have one boss left, but that might just be more than enough, especially if we don't have any passives. Do we have an AoE physical skill? Let's ask that question. Medium damage to all targets on a higher cooldown, although it's still, I mean, I would like extra damage. I have punch, so you know what? We'll take the passive instead. Not gonna be a great divine dragon for long with how the story ends, but strength, resilience, agility. We'll go Unga Bunga strength. Now, unfortunately, we're not getting any HP, but we have another 3-ish months, so it's fine. So let's hope that we get things started. Govern sleep and no debuff protection, I'm pretty sure. Let me take another check. Nope, just a lot of damage trading. Again, it hasn't even been like 24 hours since the last recording, and here I am just wondering what to do with my life. But yeah, we just have a lot of damage trading going on, and I don't see a single thingamajiggy. Although, that gives us a lot of strength, but it's not enough. So we're gonna reroll because I want HP. That is HP, but we have a lot more rerolls left, so I'm kind of willing to just gamble for a bit. For at least 3 more rerolls, and we'll just take the beginner-friendly Bryce. It ain't the most. I mean, the way I'm looking at it is that essentially HP, I just divide the value by 10, and that's kind of where I sit. So yeah, let's... I mean, yeah, you get other things like rarity of scale skills. Also, I'm looking at something... Oh, that's the reason why. Let's help Ulupika. I don't think we get any, like, bonus to our gold and whatnot, right? So, hey. Yes, because it's gonna be worth the gold. Funny enough, even though we overheal by a little bit, it's more than enough. And we don't need the affection. We actually need a bit of the gold, but it's fine. What do we do? Just synergy. Yeah, plus 20 strength, permanent. And let's hope we don't get billed for that that Ku just ate. So, yeah, training. So, strength, or is it personality? Question mark? Oh, excited emotions, hobbies to release it, arm wrestling, clickety clack, keyboard, but, you might get battle, nah, maybe a rich heart. I like a rich heart. I didn't check to see if my strength increased by 10. I mean, I believe it, but hey, also, yeah, we're just gonna take, wait, hold on, is this, decreases stamina by 35? Well, we ate the inn for this very reason. Hey, Calico, I need a loan. And there's the inn, by the way. We could barely not pay for that. Well, Calico, come back! Sorry. I found this in the mail, Calico. I needed to do a thing. So, I guess we'll just take skills. We don't really want to eat anything because of... well, we're also on the very wild personality scale. I didn't even notice. So... Yeah, and yeah, the sell and buy prices are absolutely abysmal. Well, good for buying, bad for selling. But as we sit here and do our best, we'll just eat this strength meat. Yeah, we need to fight this boss as soon as possible. So I will just try to pay back the loan. Yeah, we might run into a big ingredient, but I think I'm willing to kind of just trade that off. Or we could fight a small calamity and see. Please don't tell me I needed AoE. Okay, I don't. What kind is this? Is this just huge damage to the face? Well, let's start. Oh, I don't have revenge. Never mind. I guess we'll just put a shield on. So that HP I lost becomes a shield, and now I deal large damage. That is very large. So yeah, this is a big, hard-hitting calamity, small calamity. Yeah, and each hit has a chance of proccing poison. I completely forgot about that passive that we have. But we'll just trade off blows because we win. 6,300-ish on a normal attack against the small calamity. Thingy, I was going to say something. Yeah, magic resistance. We have a lot of resilience and not a lot of vitality, but I'll take an extra bit of magic defense. So, But we really need to start pushing towards rule. We can't use this shop. We have no gold. So, as Morgantiana lore dumps us, we'll do our best to survive. The agility would be nice, but we're going for 100,000 HP. Again, good for running revenge builds, but... so, yeah, for revenge build, speaking of which, the exact skill, let's just actually... no, you know what? Let's trade off. We're not... If we're hitting so hard, we won't get the BP to do Dragon Breath anyway, so we lose... Oh, never mind, I don't have the stamina. Well, hey. It was a good thought, though. Hey. You're a bit too wild. I know. Not much I can do about it. Help! Please! No! Okay, so... Yeah, resilient... not really, but... vitality, probably. And off we go. I don't know if I'll get the chance to fix this, but hey. So yeah, Morgantiana. I feel like Morgantiana is generally good, for a good reason. I didn't get a chance to increase rule personality, so that makes me a little sad. But, buff, cooldown, reduction, and spark, funny enough. Otherwise, let's paper fan and roll again. Healing increased, crit power increased. Okay, one more time. And Ice Veil, immune to debuffs. Yeah. Give me a moment, please. I'm gonna forget. Hopefully I don't forget that I'm trying not to make Ku any more wild than she already is, but that'll depend on my memory, won't it? So, Ulupika we go. And we need to avoid eating any more NPCs. If not for a certain type of game over, I'm pretty sure, then for something else. But we're gonna curb on these urges. That being said, if I was gonna, because of how you make decisions like that, whether or not Ku eats certain things, you probably might, if you are planning to feed her a few things, I guess you do have to pick and choose, right? I mean, you don't want to just eat and suddenly you're like, oh, I'm making a strength build, and then Ku wants to eat something that gives me a bunch of strength. Like, that's essentially what I'm trying to get at here, as I fill in time and move on. On a separate note, I feel like I've gotten better at that. Also, oops, I am sitting here, about to take damage to the face. So, ignoring commands, don't do anything weird, and, well, I mean, they're all crits because of how wild we are, so you know what? One-shotting one of these enemies isn't so bad. That being said, yeah, might as well just throw on a shield. It's not going to be the largest shield, unless well, let's find out. Multi-attacks, does it add up the full damage? No, only one thing, so whoops. Off we go. Our revenge is worth nothing at the moment, because we only got hit for like 1,000 HP. And I don't think the blade counts. Does it count? It says 5... Oh, max damage. No, max damage. I'm going crazy. Anywho, let's just punch. Never mind. Who wants to do something different? I mean, she did punch, but she could have just done revenge. But, off we go. Ignoring commands again. Wild personality. 212 HP. We'll 6-hit strike the one in the middle here. Yeah, we could miss, but that's why we're doing 6 attacks. Ow. But soon enough, we'll have Dragon Breath anyway, so it's fine. Kind of. I was about to say, does that not give us BP, getting hit by dots? Or at least the agility / windblade? Anywho, 53,000 HP. You did it! Don't eat me! We get windblade, BP plus 8 on crit. Otherwise, power charge... I forgot. I think revenge is just like... Yeah, it's a special attack / true damage. Well, special attack, but you get the point. Do we have a big attack aside from Drum Strike? Probably not, right? Yeah, we also have Call to Storm, but I never used it. We could start running Poison. I have to remember to throw on Ice Veil at some point, though. Otherwise, if we're going to be hitting crits, guess we'll just take crit passive. Let's see if I regret my decision. Nope, you don't need the intelligence, and we'll take the rule instead. And I think even after doing a thing here, we will do a thing. I was wondering if I wanted to read that or not. It's fine. Oof. Gotta take something. We can pay off the loan, but I need to take a little peek. What? I didn't feed her that. You're lying. Anywho. Yeah, there's a small calamity, so let's pay Calico back, and that's the reason why we fight small calamities, for more gold. But otherwise, I think I have something for NPCs giving us more gold upon work completion, but that's just to make things faster. I don't necessarily want to do that. So, off to a small calamity we go. Oh my goodness. Just one-shot that enemy. Let me see. Act before thinking. Yeah, so we have the full buff, but 50%. Was it 50%? No. Don't know the chance of a command being ignored. Anywho. Punch. No! You fool! You're not getting anything from that coup. Actually, knowing that coup will just ignore commands a lot of the time, I really should try to do a thing. I should actually watch Revenge and just see. I think it's just the damage from the Windblade there, isn't it? Yeah, it is, so I might as well just throw this out. If we crit, that would have been nice, but we didn't, so... Shrug. But, anywho, punch. We're just taking damage in the face. And... one more punch. Never mind. Okay, never mind that. Never mind my never mind, because we get a guaranteed crit. I didn't mean to defend there, by the way. But we have breath, so it doesn't matter. Can't evade. Also, we have a breath based on agility, because again, I completely forgot that I was doing a thing, so whoops. Yeah, you're supposed to say change and not no, question mark? Am I going crazy? Well, I might be going crazy. Anywho, punch. Don't miss. Good. I think it had evasion up, right? I'm going crazy. Anywho, 11,000 gold. 10 max damage. Vitality, no, would have liked HP stuff. Otherwise, more magic resist. But I'll take the HP instead. Because we're going to be fighting bosses. Also good for small calamities as well, but hey. But, as we near the boss in about 2 weeks, let's find out. I could go full Unga Bunga. But let's not lower our vitality any more than we need to. Looking for HP, really. Fine, I'll deal. It's not the greatest, but I like agility as well. And we have an agility scaling breath, so you know what, all things considered. We're going to look for a healing item here. And then we'll probably just buy a cheap ingredient. If there's anything else, though, that would be great. Crit rate increased, but medicine is more important. Anything else? Acid wound, next... ignore buff and ice cream. Just in case there are some quick debuffs. This does mean my gold went down the gutter, but we'll deal with it. No. We only need half of what the stats that was going to give us, the weapon shop, and we didn't need the intelligence at all. And now we have to take out a loan, unless I reroll here and find something else. Actually, we should have taken the vitality, but shrug. So, Calico. We'll immediately pay what we have back. And I think we have enough stamina for one more. Yeah, one more work somewhere. HP agility, fine. So be it. You know what? We're not going to get billed before the boss. And if we do, well, we can just take a Calico load. HP reached S rank. That was the Steam achievement I got. And just give me some crit. A little bit of crit. Coup went out and became a wild coup. It's interesting to see that. Okay, I think right before the screen went black, the background changed. But the Calamity Dragon's here, and we need Ice Veil. If nothing else, we should probably, because yeah, we're gonna take some damage. But I'd rather have Revenge because of how a thing happens. Now we actually have double poison stuff, but I don't think we have enough cooldowns to rotate all of those. Yeah, we don't. So we need to keep Punch so we can at least do something with our lives. But as we head off to fight Moon here, let's see. If we get hit by a huge nightmare, we can Revenge back. I guess that's one good thing. But I should also do a quick power check, or item check. I should also have saved it beforehand, but hey. So, yeah, Dragon Fruit, Dragon Milk, and then a lot of medicine. So all things considered, we shouldn't need it. We should be faster, right? Please tell me we're fast. Okay, I was about to say that, and well, even if I used an item, Coup could have disobeyed. So shrug. Otherwise, I know Nightmare's coming, but let's just get this damage out now so that we can store the damage from a future thing, future nightmare. We only got one poison, so be it. I think, let me just check really quickly. Now I'm just curious. Which one? Poison somewhere, just look for it. Low chance, I assume maybe like 10% chance? But, anywho, massive damage to sleep targets, but I'm not asleep, so we just punch back. Even though we can't really be trading blows, all things considered, but we're not taking a lot of damage either, so, you know, shrug. But otherwise, let's see. Ooh, we do not have a thing on us, so we are going to use the ice cream. So we can avoid being put to sleep here. Invitation to sleep, but we have Ice Veil again. Ice Veil falls off one turn before we get it back, unfortunately. But let's Brar. And by Brar, I mean Dragon Breath, in case you were, like, watching / listening to this on mobile. I think she's gonna Dragon Breath, right? I should be able to defend against this. I'm going to defend, though, so I don't collapse. Let's see how much damage this would have done, because it's always 50%. 24,000 HP. Now, my next question is, do we get anything else? Probably not, so we're just gonna Revenge really quickly here. That is true damage, by the way. I'm pretty sure that wasn't reduced by anything, but we have to take some medicine now, because we are in pain. We'll start with 33,000, because that's right, we have an extra recovery passive, but what we don't have... Oh, we do have Thin Ice. I'm going crazy. So yeah, let's just try to put on some poison. Only put one poison stack. It's fine. Dust, but we can Ice Veil instead. I think most of our HP loss has been from Ice Veil, because Ice Veil is moving 5%, yeah, 5%, which is 5,000, so we'll defend here. If we get Breath, that would be nice. But we'll see. Yawn, we punch. Now Ku's deciding not to disobey orders, but hey. I actually have to use some HP recovery here. We'll use the Dragon Milk. We'll use the lesser of the two, because I should be able to survive. And we can Dragon Breath here, because we still have Ice Veil. It's worth it. Basically, the Ice Veil 5% is worth it, because I'd be taking more damage without it, especially when Moon decides to cast Nightmare. Period. That's the end of the sentence. Ku wins. Hey, Moon! I'll see you later. 28,000 gold! That's because of the boss passive. Evasion, but lower defense, which we don't want. Reduce next damage taken by 95%. Big mitigation. Maybe I want that, but let's check. If I don't have any accuracy perks, I'll take it. It is a very good skill, though. When you think so, we actually have crit rate. Do we have accuracy? I would like to increase my crit rate more for giggles. It doesn't look like we do, though. Bosses and small calamities. So yeah, I really should just be fighting small calamities as well. Yeah, so we'll take the big one. I think we'll rotate out Ice Veil, question mark? I can't remember what the final boss does specifically. Alternative, yeah, because we don't want to just do the 6 hits, because we probably just want to revenge against things. But I guess we'll find out. Ku with the C versus Ku with the K. And I think this Ku was actually quite average, because I tried to average out everything. But we'll see. Well, Morgantiana, we're gonna keep increase. Let's increase agility. Again, the way I'm looking at it is HP divided by 10 is the actual value, so shrug. I got this 466 gold for you, Calico, but in the meanwhile, small calamity. Nope, never mind, I have no stamina. I forgot. Goodness gracious. Hey, it's festival time. Looks like some people are missing. Oh, look, more HP. Milk. I didn't think I was lactose intolerant, but I think it's more that I just don't drink as much milk these days, or there was a period of time in which I didn't drink milk pretty much at all. Shrug. But anywho. More HP, hey! But I also need money for this upcoming shop. So, Little Pika it is. Could have visited anyone else, but we'll see. 7,000, crit rate increase, otherwise wild personality heal, which we don't exactly need. Yeah. Do I have cooldown reduction? I think I skipped any cooldown reduction, right? Yeah, I feel like I did. Out of curiosity, I wonder if because I already... No, have I lost yet? Actually, I don't remember if I've lost. Anywho, Any of these is going to be bleh, so we'll just take the healing. That being said, I think that scaled off HP. Now I'm going absolutely insane. Let me check one more time. Sorry. Hey, HP based on... Oh, no, personality. Well, hey. Agility, things, but recover stamina, which we still have time. I think it's April. End of April is when we fight the last boss. Can't see, but it's definitely past February. I want to even say past March. So, we'll do a coup event just to see. You want to go out? Go far away. She gets a little bit more wild. I didn't expect that to be the thing, but... Large damage, lower strength, and vitality for things. So if I say leave as is, it changes the name. Right? Question mark? I'm going crazy. Well, it's too late now, so I was gonna name it something, but I didn't. I decided to go against it. So off we go. No, you cannot eat an armor shop. As great as that would be for our defensive stats, no. Because we have enough HP to kind of survive anyway. Or we should, anyway. Decrease stamina. I guess we can skip the item shop if you're going to eat that. And let's actually rest. We overhealed there, but it's fine. We lost stamina, but gained max stamina. And again, we have like... So, well, the game says 7 more turns. We eat for food. Food, capital F. And let's find out what we get to eat this week. We don't have enough, apparently. Unless I reroll here. Could have just increased our resilience, but I decided not to because we need some vitality. A little bit. Not too much. We have enough HP to survive. I wonder if this HP scales the preceding bosses, final bosses' HP. Well, I guess we're going to find out as we brawl outside here. Magic Focus. I think we just take this in the face. And then we can revenge next turn. 2 stacks of poison, by the way. So we just let that go, so we can punch you, and then we'll revenge next turn. Revenge next turn. Can't speak. Is this a true 50% reduction? It is. But we still deal so much damage, because you dealt me a lot of or Coot a lot of damage. Reactive magic, poison, yeah, poison, I guess. Is that a passive, by the way? That looked like, that sounded like a passive. I didn't actually look up, but anywho. Nothing, and off we go. Could have bought some tickets, but I'm pretty sure I don't even have the gold for that, so let's find out. Get more agility. This is the one, this run is the one where I nearly reach, but basically get 10,000 agility, 100,000 HP, as opposed to the last one where I was trying to do the same thing. We'll eat the ground. Sorry, Ulupika. We're going really wild, by the way. But it's fine. After physical attacking follows up with int damage, which doesn't do much, so punk. Dragon's Breath B, but we lose HP, and that's a lot of HP, all things considered, but yeah, 1 HP, so we cover 1,000 HP per turn, but lose 1 BP, and I think we have max BP. I wonder what happens. Does this decrease after the increase? I'm gonna take it and find out. If I never am able to use Dragon Breath because of this, it's gonna be interesting. But anywho, we're getting really wild again, by the way. I need to curve that down. I know, Ku, I'm sorry! Ooh, my agility's so close. But we eat. If the strength increases to 10,000 as well, I will be a little surprised. We actually still need our stamina for the moment. So we praise Ku, get some rule, question mark, and get another skill inspiration. Magic power, no, we don't have any more. Well, we do have an Punk. Hey. Remove, cleanse, upgrade by cooldown, fine. I don't think we're going to be using Wound Lick, but I don't have any more rerolls for skills, and none of the other skills are really going to do much for me. Vitality, question mark? Hold on. Let's split the difference here. And then we can see what else we can do. So if there's no one really, I'm going to rest here. so that we have enough for the thing. If I let her eat the flower field, I will get 10,000 agility, but I don't think I'll need it. I won't need it to reach 10,000 agility. Again, it's kind of for vanity at this point. Although, yeah, I was gonna consider a thing. Well, too late now. We're gonna eat this orichalcum for vitality, but then we're gonna look for something to, yeah, pay us off. Yeah, this is gonna be a longer video. All these small calamities add so much time to a run. But yeah, Poison Needle is a passive, and then we brawl outside, but then we also scratch the ball, the ad on the right a lot for poison. Ow, ow, stun. I was thinking something, and what I was gonna say wasn't really accurate, so I'm gonna forget it. Yes, I was just basically filling in time just to say that, but would have been nice to crit. I think we literally have a 15% chance to crit if I'm adding up all of the thingies correctly. You can run commands, great, that gives me a crit punch on the one that we wanted. But otherwise, we're just gonna keep punching, because we out HP these small calamities. 2 crits? Nope. Not a single stack of poison either, but hey, you know what? All things considered, it's fine. We can Ice Veil now. Even if we lose HP, we should be able to just out DPS this encounter. And off we go. Will Ku ever do a thing? Also, Confident. Let's see how much damage this. Never mind, never mind. Revenge can't do crits, so yeah, if Ku does Revenge or disobeys into Revenge, hey, that's nice to know. Synergy, extra vitality, into nah. We're taking this mainly for the permanent buff. That adds immediately, right? Did I see that right? Anywho. Heavily inclined towards wild, yeah. I'm not even doing it. I'm doing it unconsciously, raising Ku to be wild. Vitality for intelligence. Nice joke, by the way, but we'll just keep increasing the HP. We'll get 10,000 agility, and this Ku is going to be an interesting one to fight. I did not eat a save, so we can skip that, but we'll check this shop here. We'll spend only half because I'm scared of ingredients. Now we could throw some more poison on a boss if need be, but otherwise we're going to grab medicine and move on with our lives. We shouldn't need to increase our stats anymore, that's what I'm trying to say. We shouldn't need to eat an in either. N-in, A-N space I-N-N. And yeah, we'll just take the cheaper of the options, because I don't want a loan at the end of this run. So close to 10,000, though. I wonder if there's an achievement for that. Well, we're going to fight a small calamity and find out. Because this will definitely give us enough gold to survive, or to buy higher cost ingredients. Fine, if you want a magic focus, I'll scratch the other one. No poison, by the way, but you know what? It's fine. Revenge immediately. Never mind. It was a lie. Confident. I feel like I've seen the effect of what confident is before, but I don't remember. That was a lot of damage, though. Punch. Even if you defend, you should be defeated, and we'll just take this in the face. Confident. And I could, yeah, you know what? Let's just find out how much damage we do. Forgetting things left, right, and center, but I'm pretty sure that breath is real. Question mark? Does that go through defense? No way I do 100,000 on that, right? Anywho. Cooldown reduction to 1 turn, but sadness. Otherwise, cooldown reduction on 95% mitigation. Which is actually quite timely, because I think Starfall comes about every 5 turns. Definitely can come before 7 turns. So, as we run to this boss and I forget to save, let's find out what happens. Morning, Ku. We fought for our friends. So, yeah. If I need Ice Veil, well, it's going to be interesting. But otherwise, if I take a breath in the face, I should be able to just do whatever I want. Now, what I want to do after that, yeah, this is perfect synergy. So, Dragon Callus, take damage on purpose, and then revenge that damage back while I get a big fat shield with all the HP we have, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, unless of course Ku disobeys, then I'm gonna be very sad. But let's find out, because I think the damage will still save for the next revenge, even if we're on cooldown. So I'm not really too worried. Ow! But also hurt the other one, the other The boss as well. And then we'll use the skill if we need to. I know we have a bunch of healing items, but the point is that we have HP to spare. Because all of our mitigation will come from usually recovery items. And then the one mitigation we have and the one shield that we have. But you get the point. We have a lot of mitigation, effective mitigation. Could just immediately revenge, but since we don't get crits off of that attack apparently, then hey. I could just Dragon Callus the Starfall, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to do any damage right now. So we'll end up... Oh, never mind. Okay, fine. It actually did a lot more damage than I thought. So... maybe I do want a Star Scale. No, I'm just gonna heal. Yeah, I'm just gonna heal. Soul debuff, never mind. Ku disobeyed commands. And decided to Star Scale now. What a terrible time to be alive. Anywho. This means I probably should heal early. So the chance of Ku disobeying twice in a row is quite low. We'll actually do the lesser of the heals. Even though that probably wasn't the least amount of heal. But otherwise, Dragon Callus. So whatever damage we take here becomes a shield and also becomes damage for revenge. Oh my sweet goodness, you really did 75,000 damage. Time to take 75,000 damage. Ugh. I think Ku does damage based on, or does use the skills that the previous one got. I don't remember getting sweep though. So you're gonna breath again. Doesn't really matter because I should be able to survive this no matter what. Although that being said, if Ku decides to disobey and use our mitigation, this is why I'm gonna be healing right now. We'll still use the lesser of the heals. Yep, there it was. There it was. She's star scaled. And now the question is, does she disobey again? Okay, the answer is no, thankfully. Wow, didn't even shoot through the shield. Does that mitigate things? Oh, no. Oh, nah. No, it reduced the next damage taken, going absolutely insane. That's why I didn't do as much damage. Anywho, again, we'll just basically eat a Starfall that we see, unless the final boss just loses here. That being said, even if the scaling is small, if I have to fight this Ku next time, assuming I do, because again, I was thinking this is going to be the last playthrough for a while until the next version comes out, but if I'm interested, maybe I fight this next Ku and see what happens. Oh my goodness, don't do a revenge. Okay, you did Dragon Callus, so equal to next damage taken, right? Yeah. Could also just Star Scale, but let's see how much damage you can do, because I also still have the Dragon plushie, so we can't afford to just eat that in the face. Boop, 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 and revenge time. And yeah, we just punch. Sweep doesn't matter because we have 60,000. We have 70,000 HP left, and this boss doesn't have much. Barely 85. Yeah, this battle's over. And now we have a super-powered Ku for our next boss. Again, I don't know if there's actually any scaling because I haven't been paying attention. I could probably go back and check, but as we complete our training here, for the sake of timestamps, I went quiet. Yeah, we don't get, unless I lost somewhere, but we didn't get anything for completing a run without losing. And if I did lose, well, I promptly forgot. But without further ado, off we go. If nothing else, though, I'll probably play Drapline off recording just to try and get every single bonus setting. Might as well, right? Unless the developer/creator decides to just reset all of our bonus points in the next version, which I can see why players could be mad at that. I wouldn't be, but hey. Healing effect increased by 20? You know what? Considering what happens to me, and because we can't guarantee that we'll get either physical... Well, actually you can, but we'll take the healing effect because I like healing. And that's how I do things. But yeah, without further ado, if you have anything to say, if you want to support me, if you don't want to support me, or if you just want to make a comment because you're like, cool, Jordan, you know what to do. Otherwise, I'm not going to take up more of your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!